So coming from Reuters, this is what we call the disastrous policy of 80-year-old people that really should have retired a number of years ago, but instead they're leaders of the United States. Samsung, SK Hynix test Chinese chip tools as hedge against U.S. risk. Yep, our policies really are ending up this piss fucking poor, right? So anyways, under numerous administrations, the Bush administration, the Obama administration, Trump 1, Biden, Trump again, right? We have this whole thing about we are trying to isolate China, right? Do you remember, again, the Nobel Peace Prize winning president literally did something called the Pacific Pivot, was literally pivoting our entire military establishment to militarily isolate China. That is actually something that Obama did. Not only that, there was something called the Trans-Pacific Partnership. It ended up falling apart, but it was trying to economically isolate China. The idea is that there was going to be a free trade zone for Pacific countries, and that we were not going to allow China to be part of the initial round of the TPP, with the concept being is we would create it, we would solidify it, and then they would be allowed in the next round when they would be forced to submit to our rules, right? And anyways, we've just had this thing going on forever, and so there's this whole idea that we need to prevent, you know, their development of artificial intelligence, and we need to prevent their development in technology and all that kind of stuff. And it's just failing miserably. And the problem is when you fail miserably, when you fail as bad as America is failing, the consequences you get aren't necessarily simply the consequences that many of us could have explained initially. The problem is the ripple effect of the consequences, where the consequences are so much worse than you realize, right? I've been talking about that with like CXMT. So CXMT is a memory manufacturer in China. So with the whole disaster of the artificial intelligence fraud that's going on right now, all of the DRAM is basically being eaten up by these AI companies in the Western world. And so now you have Apple. Apple is going to be using CXMT for their memory for products that are sold in China. And they're also petitioning the Trump administration to be able to use CXMT RAM or DRAM for the products sold throughout the rest of the world or to the United States. And so here's the thing, like we were trying to isolate China, so China then creates their own industrial capacity to create this type of technology, and then because of the disaster of the thing like the AI fraud, that is now creating more demand for the product that company creates. And now all of a sudden, they are going to be flooding the world with this technology product, essentially because we forced them to. If we just allowed them to buy the shit that they wanted to buy originally, they wouldn't have the industrial capacity to do this. But since we forced them to have the industrial capacity to do it, well, they are more than happy to take our cash. And so the thing that's going on right now, right, is not only are we trying to prevent them from getting GPUs and that type of thing, but we're also trying to prevent them from getting the equipment to create things like chips, right? So these lithography machines, so ASML is a company that creates lithography machines. So we are trying to prevent ASML from selling them lithography machines. But beyond that, Congress actually wants to mandate that ASML is no longer able to support the lithography machines that China has already purchased. And so to be clear, when we talk about these lithography machines, we're not talking about $10,000 devices or $100,000 devices. We're talking about $400 million pieces of equipment that our Congress is trying to strip China from having the ability to repair. They already purchased this equipment. They're willing to pay for service, but literally we feel like we have the right to rip away the ability for them to use the product that they already purchased, which is horse crap on so many levels. So anyways, right, so China is pushing forward to create their own lithography machine. So I talked about this a couple of weeks ago. They've actually started to produce their own lithography machines to a certain degree, and they're basically doubling down on the process. Well, here's an interesting thing. Here's an interesting issue, right? There are a lot of other countries that deal with China. There's a lot of other companies in other countries that deal with China. and they would like to continue making money. And one of the problems that we're running into is all of these export restrictions, all these export controls, right? All of this massive overreach of American power is now frightening those companies, right? Because we got to think about their risk tolerance. What is risk tolerance for Samsung? What is risk tolerance for SK Hynix and that type of thing? And so what we're now literally seeing is Samsung and SK Hynix and other companies are now starting to look at the lithography machines that China is producing. Because basically, if China produces those lithography machines, then they're not under export controls for the United States. Therefore, that becomes a more reliable partner for them to be able to produce equipment, especially to sell to China, which is a population of 1.4 billion people, right? As I've talked about before, right? If you're a CIO, a CTO, a CEO in the technology world, and you're thinking about risk management strategies, and you look at the American stack, at any moment in time, your ability to access the entire stack can be ripped away from you. Even if you spend $400 million on a piece of equipment, the ability to support that piece of equipment could be ripped away from you because of a bunch of old men that are scared of their fucking shadows half a world away. Right, that is the risk, that is the inherent risk of the American stack. Or you look at the Chinese stack and they say, how many do you want? Swipe your credit card, please. Credit card, please. Would you like 5 more? Would you like 10 more? How about we sell you 100 more, right? Who are you going to go with? And this is where I say, whether it's Biden, whether it's Trump, whether it's any of these senile old bastards, they are destroying America's place in the world because they're fucking cowards, right? As MAGA used to like to say, like with Benjamin Franklin, right? Anybody who gives up their freedom for security deserves neither. I agree. I think we should put all the MAGA folks into kennels. You lost your right on all of it. You're piss ass, bitch ass, little fucking cowards that are willing to give up all of our freedom for the concept of security. So I think we should give you all the security you want. You get locked in the kennels, and the rest of us can actually live in a free society. But anyways, this is just, yeah, I mean, you know, somebody, I'm just saying, somebody could have said this is what we could all have expected to happen. Samsung Electronics and SK Hynix are evaluating chip-making equipment from China's Advanced Microfabrication Equipment, AMEC, for possible use at their Chinese factories. 3 people familiar with the matter said, as the South Korean firms hedge against the risk of tighter U.S. export controls. That is right, the risk of old men in Washington, D.C. being scared of their fucking shadows. Old men who want to show the world what dogs they are. You know, they get scared of their own shadows, and all of a sudden, these people have to figure out how to actually make their businesses function. The memory chip makers began testing AMEC etching equipment about 2 years ago when uncertainty was mounting over whether Washington would continue allowing them to import U.S. chip-making tools into China, 2 of the sources said. While evaluations have yet to result in decisions on wider deployment, they offer the Shanghai-based company a rare chance to secure validation from some of the world's leading chip makers. And again, this is what I argued before, again, like with CXMT, right? So CXMT, they come out with RAM. You know, what is the thing that the propagandists can say, right? The American propaganda, well, it's Chinese RAM. Who wants to use Chinese RAM? And remember, in the real world of selling products, most of what we do is we sell stories. You sell the sizzle, you don't sell the steak. And so people have an idea that Chinese equipment is lower quality than American equipment, whether or not they should, that is in their mind. And so that is an easy thing to say. Don't buy CXMT, right? You should buy Micron, or you should buy SK Hynix, or you should buy Samsung. You should buy a good memory. Well, the interesting thing is because of the disaster going on with the whole AI fraud right now, CXMT is now getting validation from Apple. If Apple is willing to put CXMT into their equipment, well, come on now. It's probably good enough for everybody else, right? And so that's the thing too, like with this, right? Since SK Hynix and Samsung are concerned about their access to these lithography machines, they're now testing the Chinese lithography machines, and that's the deal, right? If Samsung and SK Hynix didn't have to worry about it, they knew they could buy whatever they wanted, then they would just buy ASML. They would just buy from the Western stack, and then again, it would be the propaganda. It would be the stink, right? You sell the stink, not the poop. or you, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like you could say, well, I mean, do you really want to use Chinese lithography machines? I mean, you could use Chinese lithography machines, but everybody knows they're like second class. Don't you want to buy good Western lithography machines, right? That'd be the argument. Well, here's the thing, right? Because we are forcing these companies to end up using Chinese lithography machines and test them out, that then validates the product for the rest of the world. So that's right. The American administrations, in their senility, are validating the Chinese stack for the rest of the world. Because, you know, it's America in 2026. Let's see here. The U.S. Commerce Department designated Samsung and SK Hynix's Chinese factories as, quote, validated end users in 2023, allowing imports of certain controlled U.S. equipment without obtaining individual licenses. Washington revoked, and see, that's the thing. Even if they get the ability to do something, it can be revoked. It revoked the VEU authorization in 2025 and later granted an annual license to the chip makers to bring in chip manufacturing equipment to their facilities in China for 2026. So now they're under an annual scheme, which means it can be ripped away at any point in time. Even so, both companies remain wary that future restrictions could extend beyond new equipment to the servicing, repair, or replacement of Western tools already installed at their Chinese plants, the sources said. Right? As I talked about before, Congress trying to prevent ASML equipment from being supported within China. These companies are looking at it and they realize that that's their risk. And they cannot tolerate the risk of relying on the American stack. As a result, the chip makers are keeping Chinese suppliers in reserve as a potential way to maintain and upgrade existing production lines rather than expand manufacturing capacity in China. So anyways, this is what is currently going on. Oh my God, we were told in the Trump administration, right, you would get tired of winning. And as I say many times in these videos, your parasocial daddy, he is tired. 2026 is exhausting for so many reasons other than me training for a marathon. I gotta honestly say, training for the marathon is probably one of the least exhausting parts of 2026. So anyways, we are getting tired. If this is what you call winning, can we go back to losing? Like I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna quibble about definitions. It's like, okay, so we're gonna get tired of winning. I am tired from this course of action. Ergo, Trump thinks that this is winning. Okay, can we go back to losing? I'm happy to go back to losing. I don't know. So what do you think about this? What do you think about the American government forcing the validation of the Chinese tech stack? Is it so sad? Is it so sad and depressing? Nobody has been screaming into a camera in their basement for the past number of years saying, yep, this is what's gonna fucking happen. If only we had somebody to speak up and let's just, do 2 + 2. I don't know. Put your thoughts down below. If you like these episodes, do remember they're on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. Link is down below. If you want to follow me on LinkedIn, there's a link down there too. With that, see y'all later.